Imagine a classroom where the hum of focused minds is interrupted by a silent struggle within, where the invisible battles of stress, anxiety, and fatigue overshadow the quest for knowledge. For many students, this isn't just a metaphor, it's a daily reality. The physical and mental states of students are hidden variables in the complex equation of education, often determining whether they excel or fall behind. Yet, these critical factors are frequently overlooked in educational discourse. How can teachers, the architect of our children's learning journeys, better support and nurture both the minds and bodies of their students to foster a truly holistic educational experience? This video essay delves into the learning disabilities present in the characters of the movie entitled A Silent Voice, and explores the strategies that educators should employ to promote inclusivity in education. Welcome to our in-depth exploration of A Silent Voice, a poignant film that dives deep into themes of redemption, empathy, and the importance of inclusive education for individuals with learning disabilities. A Silent Voice, directed by Naoko Yamada and based on the manga by Yoshitoki Ōima, tells the story of Shoya Ishida, a former bully who seeks redemption for the pain he caused towards Shoko Nishimiya, a deaf girl. The story centers on Shoya Ishida, a boy who, in elementary school, cruelly bullies Shoko Nishimiya, a deaf classmate. Shoko's life becomes miserable due to Shoya's relentless torment, leading to her isolation. When the bullying comes to light, Shoya is ostracized and experiences the same cruelty he inflicted on Shoko, which profoundly impacts him, leaving him isolated and guilt-ridden. Shoko Nishimiya, the central character, is a young girl who is deaf. Her disability presents unique challenges in a mainstream school setting where the system and peers are ill-prepared and accommodate her needs. All that she wants is to fit in and to make friends, and in her attempt to do so, she ends up becoming excluded and ostracized further and further. Through Shoko's experiences, the film provides a heart-wrenching look at the struggles faced by individuals with disabilities in educational environments that lack inclusivity. Despite her efforts to fit in, Shoko's attempts to communicate are often met with misunderstanding and ridicule. The bullying she endures, primarily from Shoya Ishida, serves as a grim reminder of the social isolation and emotional turmoil faced by those with learning and communication disabilities. Inclusive education is about creating an environment where every student, regardless of their abilities, feels valued and supported. A Silent Voice subtly yet powerfully advocates for such an approach. It underscores the necessity of integrating students with disabilities into mainstream education in a manner that respects and addresses their unique needs. The film critiques the lack of preparation and sensitivity among educators and peers. Shoko's initial experience reflects a system that fails to provide adequate resources, training, or understanding, leaving her marginalized. However, it also shows glimpses of hope where empathy and education can bridge the gap, fostering an inclusive atmosphere where everyone can thrive. Shoya Ishida is a young and noisy kid who craves attention and likes playing with his friends. When Shoko appears in the classroom, she disrupts the balance and he finds her intriguing and different. And so, he begins to tease and bully her. What makes his situation worse is that Shoko internalizes all of the negativity around her, automatically assuming that whatever is wrong is her fault, mostly for her disability. We don't see this in the movie, but it's because her father abandoned the family once he found out that she was deaf. That has led her to assume the responsibility of everyone's actions, because she feels like her disability is inconveniencing everyone. It's the same reason she constantly apologizes to those around her. She never gets upset at Shoya for his bullying, and this makes him get angrier and even nastier towards her. Because remember, he craves the attention. Getting a rise out of someone is how he derives pleasure from his teasing and bullying. You can see and succeed when he is in the class, surrounded by all of his peers, where he makes his teacher angry. However, when he is with Shoko, all she does is apologize, taking the entirety of the blame upon herself. This makes him upset and the bullying soon grows out of hand. We know that Shoko is taking the blame upon herself for all the other bullying and has endured such hardships. But her mother finally intervenes and makes Shoko change schools. The school administration must save face, and so they attempt to see if anyone knows if Shoko has been bullied. The classroom needs a scapegoat, and so all of the kids turn to Shoya and now begin to bully him. However, he is unable to bear the brunt of bullying that he had so easily dealt to Shoko, and his friends ostracize him to such a degree that he becomes an outcast. This continues through middle school, all the way to high school, and both Shoya and Shoko develop various mental health issues, the main ones being social anxiety, depression, and the consideration of suicide. The movie starts with Shoya about to jump off a bridge and kill himself, but we see that he first decides to return Shoko's journal. Shoya's journey from a bully to a remorseful individual seeking redemption highlights the transformative power of empathy. His efforts to learn sign language to communicate with Shoko signify a crucial step towards inclusivity, understanding and valuing the communication methods and needs of others. Through this redemption arc, A Silent Voice emphasizes that change begins with self-awareness and a willingness to bridge the communication gap. Shoya's actions inspire those around him, advocating for a more inclusive society that values and understands diversity. The film beautifully illustrates that communication is the foundation of mutual understanding. For individuals with disabilities, having their communication needs recognized and respected is crucial for their inclusion and well-being. By learning to communicate in Shoko's way, Shoya not only bridges the gap between them but also symbolizes the broader need for society to adapt and embrace different forms of communication and learning styles. This understanding is vital in creating a supportive and inclusive educational environment. A Silent Voice is more than a story of redemption and forgiveness. It is a call to action for inclusive education and the importance of empathy. It challenges us to reflect on how we can better support individuals with learning disabilities and create a world where everyone feels heard and valued. This film's message is clear. True inclusivity requires effort, understanding, and a commitment to recognizing the value in every individual. As we strive for a more inclusive society, let us remember the silent voices around us and ensure they are given the space and respect to be heard.